friends, welcome back. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Rebecca and today I am sharing 10 DIY summer decor hacks, tips and tricks. This video is going to be a little different because we've got a few things in here, including some DIY hot dogs. But there's a variety of things in here, fun stuff that I'm using to decorate around my home for summer, and then also some like food DIYs. But let me know which idea is your favorite or least favorite. And let's go ahead and get started. So for the first DIY, I'm taking one of these laundry baskets from Dollar Tree and I'm gonna cut out about half of the little plastic bars on the side, and we're gonna try to give this a little different look. I want to create more of a blanket basket that I can use outdoors rather than like a laundry hamper, if that makes sense. So we're gonna try to give this a little different look. I saw some things in IKEA that I thought were really cool, but I actually have one from IKEA, but it cost $25 and I was kind of inspired by that, and I just thought I would see if I could use a $1.25 basket and a bit of spray paint and see what we can create here just for a little different look. So what I'm really cutting out of the basket is this section and this section, so two of these, and basically then we have one here, one little bar, cut the next two, and then we have the next one. And then moving down, same thing, except I don't only cut these two. I've decided to actually cut the middle bar here and the bottom two, and basically turn it into this section where it's just a full wide open section. And then I spray painted the whole thing with a matte black spray paint. So I like the Rust-Oleum one that's for indoors and outdoors. It's also like a paint and primer mix, I think, so it adheres really well and it'll be great for using outdoors. So spray paint that. You can see now how the basket is looking, and I think it looks pretty cool just like this. You could leave it like that and use it on your patio or somewhere outdoors just the way that it is. But I did want to take it a little step farther and cover those handles. So I wrapped some nautical rope around them and then just used hot glue on either end to tuck in the ends of the rope and finish off the handle. And then I wanted to actually give it kind of like a rope handle of its own, not just cover the basket handle. So I took another piece of the nautical rope on each end and I just like double knotted that underneath. And then I made like a long loop for a handle, and then on those knots I actually just used hot glue so that way it doesn't fray, it doesn't come undone, and you'd be able to easily like pick up your basket like this. I guess they're more decorative than anything, but they are going to work if I want to pick up my basket of blankets. So this will be really cozy to keep outside because our summer nights in Connecticut definitely get chilly. Like I need a blanket if I'm gonna sit outside. It's quite often in the 50s, and yeah, I need a blanket to sit outside on our summer nights. For the next DIY, we're going to make some paper palms. I think these are so pretty for decorating with any time of year really, but definitely for the summertime. I'm taking some paper to do this. I've got brown paper from Dollar Tree, but you could definitely reuse your Trader Joe's bags or any like paper grocery bags and simply make your palms out of that. So I'm taking kind of a rectangle or square, and I leave the sides a little bit straight and then go up a few inches and then begin to curve and point in toward the top. So the best way to describe this is picturing kind of a triangle or a half, like a semicircle sitting on top of a rectangle. So that's kind of the best way, I guess, to describe this. So you could make these different shapes, like more rounded or more pointed at the top, totally up to you. But anyway, then you're gonna just take this piece and begin folding it over one way and then the other, one way and then the other again. Just keep going back and forth like this and basically fold it accordion style all the way across. I started out trying to make about 1/2 inch folds, and somehow they seem to get wider as I go. I don't know what it is, but I have to be so careful. Just enjoy it, have fun with this. You can maybe get the kids making them with you if you want. It's kind of like folding paper fans, basically. Now you could also cut down
like V's down into the folds in the tops of the palms if you want to get more of like a pointed jagged edge. So there's just multiple options here, and at the bottom I used either hot glue or super glue gel. I think I like the super glue gel the best. I glued a little wood skewer stick in there to stand them up on, and then I also trimmed this part here on the front and the back at the base of the paper fan palm leaf, basically where we glued it together. I just kind of tried to trim it in, kind of gives it like more of a tapered look, so it looks a little bit more like a natural palm leaf or palm branch. Once you stick these down inside your vase, you don't really see that part so much, and I just think this came out really, really pretty. I've been wanting to make these for a long time, and I love how they look. So for the next one, I found these wooden, I don't know what they are, like these wooden paddle spatulas, I guess, in Dollar Tree, and I decided to make some planter markers for the garden, and it would be fun to really decorate these. So I used a little bit of painter's tape to kind of block off sections, and then I could use my rose gold paint and some white spray paint that I just already had left over from other projects. So any colors that you like, you can have fun with this. Once the paint was dry, so I have to say, I feel like when I actually peeled off the painter's tape, I don't know if my painter's tape is getting old, but it wasn't sticking that well to the wood, or I don't know if these wood or bamboo, actually, I'm not positive, but it wasn't sticking super well. So I had a few little spots where the paint kind of leaked a little bit, but no worries. I ended up decorating that with a black oil-based Sharpie permanent marker. And also I had a fabric paint, which I did a little bit of reading, and from what I can tell, fabric paint should hold up on wood and on a variety of materials. It's like a permanent fabric paint, so it should actually hold up on other materials. So it remains to be seen how well this actually holds up outside, but for now it's looking super cute. I did some designs with leaves on here. If you wanted a free version for these, you could probably use painter sticks as well. So here is how that one turned out, but really fun and pretty. We'll see how long they hold up. I'm not sure this is something you'll be able to use like year after year. I just don't know because it's new in my garden, but I'm so happy with them, and I think they turned out really pretty. So here's another little summer hack or tip. If you are growing herbs in your garden, or maybe inside like I do, I have some growing inside, some growing outside, before they all go to waste, because a lot of them all come at the same time, and then it's often more than I can use at that time. So the best thing to do is to prepare it, just chop it all up, and you can pop it into a little ice tray and then fill in some water around the herbs. And then all you need to do whenever you're ready to use your fresh cilantro, chives, green onion, dill, basil, whatever it might be, just simply pop out your ice cube and let the water melt, and there you have your freshly chopped herbs. For my DIY hot dogs, we're gonna be using carrots, and before you freak out, I found this recipe from Plantiful Kiki. She's on YouTube and Instagram, and I did not believe this. I had to give it a try myself, and the first time I tried it, I actually just combined some of the ingredients without even like fully measuring it out, and I was just like, let me see if this marinade really works, and I was so impressed. Basically, you're taking carrots and you're making a marinade using apple cider vinegar, water, soy sauce, onion powder and garlic powder, a little bit of paprika, and some maple syrup. She also suggests using liquid smoke, which I did try in this recipe, and I think it came out great, but I've tried it before without the liquid smoke. I think that works as well. Boil your carrots until they're fork tender, where you can just stick a fork through it, and then go ahead and put them in the marinade and allow them to marinate overnight. And then you can just stick these out on the grill and warm them, heat them up, toast them up on the grill. I mean, it's not like it's raw meat or anything. They are just carrots, and I gave this to the whole family. We enjoyed this for dinner, and they are just so good. Like my mother-in-law, my parents, everyone was so impressed, and no one could really believe that these were carrots, and they actually taste like hot dogs. So
Great way to sneak in some carrots and veggies into the kids' diet, but definitely consider giving this a try if you're looking for a healthier, lower calorie, or maybe you want to try a plant-based or vegan hot dog option. This is a really great one, and I will have Plantiful Kiki's whole recipe listed down below in the description box. Now here's a quick and easy summer hack. Take a carabiner from Dollar Tree, clip it onto your beach bag. It is the perfect way to carry your beach sandals or flip-flops while you're at the beach or at the pool this summer. For a refreshing snack now, I'm taking a watermelon and we're going to cut slices and cut them into triangular wedges and then pop those in the freezer. So after a couple of hours, you have these frozen fruit watermelon wedges. Now for another idea for something a little bit sweeter, if the watermelon's not your thing, slice up some wedges of banana and you can freeze those. Although before I freeze mine, I'm going to add a little bit of this hazelnut cocoa spread on top and then add on some fun sprinkles on here as well. I know Kylie's gonna love that. She loves having sprinkles and something sweet. Sprinkles just make everything better in her opinion. So I'm gonna pop these in the freezer, and these make a really yummy kind of banana chocolatey frozen dessert. On to the next DIY. I'm taking a planter dish here. I guess it's like a little water catcher. I've got a hole drilled in the bottom of this little planter container from Dollar Tree, and I have some of this aged copper paint, spray paint, so I'm going to use that. And then I'm thinking of giving it a try, adding on some of this bleached stone finish. Maybe I should actually try it on the cardboard first and find out. Okay, so that is a very lovely color. Let's see what it looks like if we add some bleached stone on top of that. Kind of weird. Maybe this is not what I want to do. Maybe I should just go with this one, right? This is really pretty. Let's just do the aged copper and maybe just leave it at that. Once your planter dish is dry, you can add some marbles or stones. Dollar Tree has a variety of gemstones and river rocks that would be really beautiful. I almost forgot to come outside and give you an evening view of our little candle centerpiece arrangement, and I just love how cool these look. I guess they're as close as you get to waterproof for an outside candle. So before I go to bed, I needed to come out here and share this with you guys. Look how awesome these look. I think they came with a timer. Wow, so cozy and romantic out here with that flickering flame. Just super cozy for the evenings, for summer nights, sitting outside. I'm gonna see if I can put a link for them also down below in the description box, because I think these are just, wow, really stunning for your summer nights sitting outside. For this one, I'm now taking one of these pink vases. It's a glass jar vase from Dollar Tree. It basically has a raised pattern that reminds me of a giraffe. So I'm taking some of the Dollar Tree spackle, and what I wanted to do was actually fill in all around those raised patterns and make this look like a clay, like a tiled mosaic vase. It was a little trickier than I thought at first, just because I was having a little bit of a hard time making the spackle stick to the glass. My spackle was actually on the dry side, so I needed to add a little bit of water and get it to be a much creamier consistency so it wouldn't crumble so much. Then once that had a chance to fully dry, I came back with some sandpaper and just sanded everything really smooth. And then again, once that was done, I took some Mod Podge, and I'm using, I think this one was a gloss Mod Podge, so I'm taking that one, coating the entire vase and just sealing it off. You're gonna wanna let this like fully dry, and it did take a little bit of time to dry, maybe a couple hours, and then it was fully dry.
And we can go ahead and get some flowers to put in here, be that real or artificial. So since it is already June, I am going for some real flowers. We have some beautiful roses in our yard that just smell amazing. Now, I could not do a summer DIYs video without making a summer wreath. So I needed a summer wreath for the door, and I am gonna share this one with you guys. So it's an 18-inch wreath frame from Dollar Tree, and then I have some of this green ribbon, but basically you're gonna cover the entire thing up, so it doesn't really matter what ribbon you use. You're gonna be covering it. So I used about just a little over one roll of ribbon to cover the whole wreath frame. And then I also had a pack of these ferns. You get like 4 of these little branches of ferns for $1 or $1.25, excuse me. But anyway, I kind of just twisted these and bent them so I could position them and space them out going around the wreath. I guess technically an extra branch would have really helped, but I just had this one pack of 4, so we're gonna make it work and we're gonna go with it. Now I'm gonna use lots of these hot pink roses. These are so beautiful for summer. I love the vibrant color, and they're actually gonna be really perfect because I have some real flowers on our front porch that have this same hot pink, like bright, vibrant pink color. So I wanted to incorporate that in the wreath as well so that the wreath would look as bright and vibrant as the flowers that I have out there. Now in between, I am gonna fill in with a little bit of a lighter pink. I also had some white roses, so I thought I would add those as well. So we basically have 3 shades of roses here, and we're just filling them in all the way around with hot gluing them onto the wreath. So simple as can be. And then you can add in the little green leaves that come off of the floral stems and fill in with that, as well as I had one bunch with the variegated leaves that have kind of like the white and green with a little more variety to the color, a little more variegation. So I really like that, and I just stuck some of those leaves in between for just something a little bit different. And I love how this turned out. So for a hanger now, I'm just taking a piece of little pipe cleaner and twisting that around in the back, and it makes the perfect hanger to hang this inside or outside. Like I said, I have it out in the front door, and I think it looks amazing. It looks so fun for summer, and for some reason, those ferns almost kind of remind me a little bit of like palm leaves or palm branches when you're standing back, like from a distance. So I think that they kind of look pretty good with the plants that I have on the front porch, and they definitely look really pretty and really fun for summertime.
Thank you guys so much for watching, being here, hanging out with me today. I always appreciate that and look forward to spending time with you on here. Let me know which one of these ideas was your favorite, or if you think you might recreate any of these. And as always, wishing you a beautiful, blessed day, a great summer ahead for 2022, and I will see you guys soon in my next video.